In the new year. Hey, Rich.
Hey, uh, uh, be
Dean,
more in 2024. That's the new saying. Be more in 2024.
be more in 2024. Be even more.
Even more. Let's put that in there.
Yeah, even more in
Even
2024.
more
But
of your
today,
greatest
but
self.
today, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, we're going to talk about fear to faith.
Yep. Oh my God. Fear to faith.
Why don't you give an introduction? Tell people what we're going to talk about today.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about manifesting your creative destiny. Absolutely. Bringing that sense of faith. And sometimes we start off from a place of not faith. Let's call it fear. And so we're manifesting faith in the new year. So we're just going to step into this canvas of 2024 and our perception of it with a sense of delight and embark upon this, I don't know, this transformative. We're all into transformational journeys here at New Thought Tuesdays, but we're also into doing these transformational journeys together. So that's what we're here for today.
Yeah.
And we're going to explore the ideas, the strategies to conquer and unleash that courage of faith, conquer that
Yeah.
fear and unleash the courage of faith.
Yeah.
And we focus everything on these principles, these ancient wisdom, new thought principles.
Yeah, and we do that. I'm Rich Smith, and I teach using my metaphor. Life is a movie created by an infinite filmmaker, and there's no limit to what this infinite filmmaker can create in your movie called your life. And Dean,
I'm Dean Regan, and my brand, if you will, is living in concert with life, bringing that musical metaphor and actual music into the expression of joy, health, safety in 2024 through living in concert with the life that you think into existence.
yeah,
So,
so I hope you had a great New Year's Eve. Here we are on the second. And so what is your New Year's resolution? Okay, you don't need a resolution. The only resolution you need is to be committed to come here every Tuesday to see for New Thought Tuesdays. That's all you need.
yep.
It's all you need is to shift your thinking. What do we say? Change your thinking.
Change your thinking, change your life, change your world.
Yeah. And so that's all you really need. Resolutions. I mean, I've made many of them in the years past, and I just, they don't happen, but they will happen when you come and work with us and you start to understand these spiritual principles that we talk about and allow them to take form in your consciousness, because everything thought is form is mind and action. So whatever you think about, you bring about. And so we're going to talk about thinking about faith rather than fear today.
Yep.
No?
Authentically moving in the direction of those behaviors and that embrace that brings a sense of faith and brings you away from any sense of not faith or fear. The resolution thing. I'm glad you brought the resolution up. The resolution thing up. Here's my take on it. I think New Year's resolutions are fantastic. I think they're essential. I think they're magnificent. I think they're powerful. However, they need to take place each day, each week, each month of the year. It's not first thing of the year and then, okay, it's like consistent thought. Your life is generated through your consistent thought. So your adjustment to your life is also generated through consistent thought, not just once a year thought. I'm going to write down a resolution that might be nice, maybe. Resolutions, taking these thoughts, the sense of resolve and bringing that into your thought every day, every week, every month of your life. That's my take on resolutions, Rich.
Yeah. Well, my every second of the day.
Every second.
Every second, every thought you have creates. And so
Yep.
you have to be aware of your thoughts and then ask yourself, do I want to think this thought that's going to get me this, or do I want to change my thinking and think a thought that's going to get me more of? We're talking about that earlier today, too, Dean. And we're talking about the mind. And we both studied with a guy named T. Harv Eker. And we were talking about, he said that the mind's job is to take you down. And when I think of that, I think of like when you go on a trip and you come back from the airport and somebody meets you and they go, "Hi, how was your trip?" And the first thing you say is, "Oh, it was horrible. The plane was late and it was all bumpy." And they don't focus on the good things that happen during the trip. What is it with the mind that makes you think about these things? And how do you change that? How do you focus your attention on something that you want rather than what you don't want, which is like the law of attraction.
Yep. Yep. Well, and to answer your question, because before you answer it, I'm going to answer it too. That idea of what you bring into your conscious awareness consistently. So you get home from the vacation, if you're aware at all and you want to focus on having more negative experiences on your vacation, great. Then focus on all those negative experiences, because that will bring that to you. Have no charge about it. I wouldn't recommend it, but that's just my personal choice. Focusing on that which you are appreciating, focusing on that which brings you upliftment, does the same thing. Brings you more that you will appreciate and brings you more upliftment. The key thing is to be aware. Welcome to the new year, 2024. We're all about awareness, awareness and choice. And fear is a choice.
Yeah.
Faith is also a choice. Since we believe and have experience to practice the idea that thoughts generate experiences, consistent thinking brings a consistent experience based upon that thinking. What kind of experience do you want to have? Do you want to have fear? Is the first question. Hey, and as I said before, you want to have fear? Great. Have more fear? Think about the fear. You'll get more fear. If you want to have not fear, or that sense of faith, that sense that there's something going on here. I don't necessarily have my finger on everything exact about it, but it's amazing and it works for me. It works through me. Then you get to have that experience.
Yeah. We're going to talk today too about faith as a creative force, that it's a force. It's like an energy. And that if you have faith in, well, as the master said thousands of years ago, it's measured according to your belief, that what you believe, you create. And so the faith is, to me, it's like belief. It's like, what do you believe in? Do you have faith in yourself?
Yeah.
To be able to go out, if you're a filmmaker, a writer, an artist, a musician, do you have faith in yourself? Faith enough that allows you to go out there and audition for those jobs and to, go out and find the agent, go out and find the manager, raise the money for your film. Do you have faith that you can do that? You have to have faith in yourself. You have to have faith in a higher power. I call it the infinite filmmaker, creating the movie of your life. Do you have faith in this thing? And I happen to, Dean and I have been studying this stuff for years. And I happen to have a lot of faith in this power, in this presence that creates everything in the universe. And so I depend upon that. I know that I of my own self can do nothing, but me connected with this infinite intelligence, this power and presence, there's no limit to what I can do and be and have. And so I take the action towards things, believing that I've got behind me a power and a presence that's watching my back, clearing the roads, making them wide, opening doors for me, bringing possibilities. Hey, here's something for you. We were at my friend's in a facility. So we went to visit her at the facility, and her and my wife were talking. They're best friends. And I went over and saw a guitar. So I picked up the guitar and I go, so I'm going to learn how to play this. And I Googled how to play Let It Be by the Beatles. And it was just a couple of chords. And I started playing on it because I love this. I think I want to get a guitar. So I thoughts become things. I thought, I'd like, and then the other day I was saying to Jen, I want to get a guitar for myself. And so I just say it and put it aside. Well, I'm walking down the street last night, walking my dog, and I saw this thing and I'm going, what is that? What is that thing? You know what this is, Dean?
It's a guitar stand.
Yes. Is that the universe saying, watching my back and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe you're going to get a guitar. I want to give you a guitar. And so now it's like, okay, but I don't want to go out and spend $400 on a guitar right now. I just spent all my money on Christmas gifts. So I just know the universe is going to get me a guitar to fill this. And Jen said, what do you want that for? You don't have a guitar. I said, I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to put it in my room and I'm going to look at it and I'm going to imagine a guitar being on that stand. And I'm going to get the guitar by hell and high water. I don't know how. You don't have to know how you're going to get these things. You just know that you're
So,
living with this
and
presence
what you're
through
doing,
faith.
Rich, which I love how you express it. You are recognizing the potency of your thinking and shaping your reality, and you're playing kind of a game with it. You're engaged in something that is lighthearted. You're also looking for that which you are appreciating, and you could have walked your dog and missed that guitar stand without a problem. But you're tuned in to seeing that which you want to manifest. And so I see this as a way of you doing this kind of a um, spiritual game of, hey, how's this unfolding for my good? And there you go. You've got your guitar stand.
But is this game being played with us too? I mean, why would what's the coincidence that I would be walking down the street and there's a guitar stand sitting there? I mean, is infinite intelligence leading me towards something greater in life? And that's the thing we're talking about, fear and faith. You move through life with fear. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I have the money. I don't know if I have this, blah, blah, blah. Right? But the universe is saying to you, yeah, you do have it. Let me show you how. And it throws stuff into your life. We're talking today about that. You were mentioning something about a swan. Uh,
Well, I use this metaphor at least today. I would when we're talking about, when you've got these intentions in your life. What we were talking about is putting your intentions into the flow of life. And I saw our intentions. I generally see intentions as an expression of love. And so I sometimes we have this expression of love, and I think of it as a beautiful white swan. And the fear can get involved when we start becoming self-conscious and concerned and not trusting that this and something greater is unfolding before me. It's almost metaphorically like we've got this wonderful loving intention and we're squeezing the life out of it through our fear. It's like playing a sense of duality. Our our job, our opportunity here is just to experience and express this divine desire that the highest and best be unfolding for me, through me, as me, in everything that I think, say, and do.
exactly. And so the swan that represents love to you, all of a sudden, and I guarantee this, you're going to start to see swans everywhere. And really, that's the way it happens. And this guitar stand, it just happened. It just showed up. The universe will start to support you in that. Okay, you want more love, and you think of swans, you think of love, and then the universe is going to give you more of that, whether it's
Yeah.
a swan or whether it's somebody in your life that shows you some compassion about something, or love, or
Yep.
shares something with you. You're going to get more of that. And then that builds your faith too. Let's talk about building faith. How do you build your faith, T?
Well, by New Thought Tuesdays, number one. I mean, one of the things that we are talking about, and Rich and I have been talking about, is our New Thought Tuesdays community, and sharing these kind of ideas is remarkably important to both Rich and myself. That expansion of our community and that expansion of the love. It seems to me in this age of digital unfoldment and the video opportunity that we've been experiencing, we're creating a new culture for spiritual awareness because
Yeah.
we reach out to one another and share this at the drop of a hat. It doesn't have to just be on Sunday mornings in spiritual center or church or synagogue or whatever. It can be throughout. And that's one of the reasons we love social media so much, is just to get this out there, just these ideas, and have you think, hey, all right, how does this work in my life? How do I see this in my life? Let me try this on in my life. And by trying it on, we're talking about the idea of being aware, which is the first thing that we talked about. Being aware. How am I feeling right now? What are my authentic feelings? And what is my authentic divine desire? That desire of good that I'm looking to have unfold. this or something greater and something greater. So we look then to that your awareness of affirmative prayer, bringing the
Yeah.
idea of this. I call these for my clients who are not spiritually oriented, I call prayers thought focuses. You call it prayer, call it whatever you want, but we're focusing our thinking into a particular direction and allowing it to manifest in areas that are in ways that are even greater than our imagining. We're allowing the swan to be fully present in our life and not constricting it at all, seeing the possibility of this love and this unfoldment in all that we do. And so we do that through affirmative prayer. We do it through meditation and imaging as well. But mainly, folks, it really comes down to being aware,
Yeah.
bringing this awareness of the possibility of goodness unfolding in your life based on your thought and your consistent thinking. That's really the basic key. Are you open to that?
Yeah.
Even being available and open to it, that's the first step.
Yeah. Affirmative prayer, you talk about affirmative prayer, and people might not understand what that is. Uh, so affirmative prayer is just what it says. You affirm. Uh, for me, affirmative prayer is the five-step process we use. I recognize an unlimited power and presence. It's working in and as and through me, not withholding anything. All my needs are met. Everything I need to succeed as a coach, as a filmmaker, is already done in the mind of the infinite. And so we just have to, through faith, move forward. And I always say at the end of my prayer, affirmative prayer treatment, they also call it, I always say, this is something better shall come my way. And then I tell the people, just take action. What's the next step? Act as if you have, so you may receive. Just take the next step. Have faith, 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 not fear. Get rid of the fear. Step into faith, you know? Uh, what are some of the techniques you can use, like visualization, Dean?
Sure. Visualization of prayer, affirmative prayer. Heck, even beseeching prayer is better than no prayer. But affirmative prayer, we've got the idea of being grateful. You were talking about the whole metaphor about coming back from a vacation. Well, what are you grateful? Every day is a journey. What are you grateful for today? What do you particularly bring appreciation? And that sense of appreciation is a sense of there's the beginning parts of faith there. The first thing with this awareness and bringing your sense into you're bringing your awareness into these prayerful requests is also then to just say to yourself, as Dr. Beckwith said to me, the congregation many years ago, what is it about your higher power that no one has to tell you? What is it about God, if you use that term, or spirit, that no one has to tell you? It's just inherently aware, your awareness. Start there and build your faith. Look for more and more opportunities and examples of upliftment, kindness, gratitude, love, reading and study, opportunities to give service. Find a community of people like the New Thought Tuesdays community where you can share and grow together and work on these principles in the confines and the culture of a community.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And the other thing too is you're talking about the faith and stuff. And I had a thought. Now I don't remember what the thought was.
Well, whatever it was a thing. Thoughts are things.
That's the things. Oh,
It'll,
you were talking about the love and the community and all of these things, affirmations and prayer and all that stuff. That all of that stuff is just infinite intelligence. So for me, it's the whole idea is to open yourself up to the power and the presence of this infinite intelligence that's working in and as and through you. Become aware of it. You were talking about awareness. Become aware that there's a power and a presence there. It's not withholding anything from you. And when you can become aware of this and just recognize it, then more and more of the things that you desire will come into your life. But if you're in fear and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I don't know if this is going to happen for me. I don't know if the universe is going to align for me for this. Then that's exactly what you're going to get. So open yourself up to more and more connection with the divine. Okay. I said it there. I said it. God,
There, said
whatever
it.
you want to call it. The infinite filmmaker. Open yourself up to, connecting with that more deeply.
This aspect of fear, essentially, for those of us in our community that have a sense of fear, and we all have fear at different times, I believe. For those that are looking at that idea of fear, fear is a resistance. Fear is a limiting belief. And we're looking toward being aware of beliefs that are unlimited, expressing potentiality that is infinite, and releasing resistance,
Yeah.
looking in terms of fear. Looking in terms of fear is a way of limiting your beliefs.
Yeah.
It's a way of focusing on a constricted, when I was talking about squeezing the swan, yes, you can have the joy and the love in your life, but if you don't have the sense of belief and faith, you're resisting. You're resisting that love. You're resisting with limited beliefs. So it's a matter of uplifting your beliefs, opening up your beliefs, and seeing the possibility. But Mr. Smith, we're at time. It's time to go into the inner circle.
Yes. One more thing, though.
Okay.
I was just talking about, understanding your unity with this power and this presence. I want to read something from Ernest Holmes.
Okay.
Recognizing your unity with the creative power, the universal mind, he calls it. Ernest Holmes emphasizes the idea that we are individualizations of this one infinite mind, and understanding this unity fosters a profound sense of faith in the interconnectedness of our life. And so everything is connected. And when you're sitting in there in faith and joy and harmony and allowing that swan to be a presence in your life without strangling it, then you're opening yourself up to that awareness of your connection with the infinite. And I think that's what it's all about. Being aware of you're connected with everything and everybody. And so I just wanted to add that in there. That's a good way to end this anyway. So
Thank you. Thank you so much for
in a
that.
circle.
Thank you. We're going to go into the inner circle. For those of you that are new, that are not familiar with the inner circle, you can join us in our Zoom room here. Just go to newthoughttuesdays.com and click on I want to be reminded, and we will send you a link to the Zoom room. And after our conversation, Rich and I, we all go in and talk to folks in New Thought Tuesdays to really go even deeper into the how and of what we're talking about, and to share, for those of you who want to share what's going on with your situation, asking questions, celebrating demonstrations. That's what the inner circle is about. So that's what we're about to do. If you want to be part of it, go to newthoughttuesdays.com.
Awesome. Yeah. So we'll see you then. Every Tuesday at
Every Tuesday.
10 a.m. on the West Coast and 1 p.m. on the East Coast. And what is it in?
It's 5 p.m. now in London.
London.
Yes.
So if you're in London, join
6 p.m.
us.
6 p.m. Yes.
Yeah, we'll see you.
Be there. We'll see you next time.
Be there or be square.
Right.
So take care.